From Los Angeles, AEW presents Revolution.
It's Sunday! You know what that means! AEW's Revolution is live from the world-famous Crypto.com arena in Los Angeles, California. I'm Excalibur, joined by the human suplex machine, Taz, the ineffable Tony Schiavone, and the dapper yapper Justin Roberts inside the ring. And we are kicking off the action hot here tonight in LA. A little bit of a throwback here. I like it.
I do too, man. All business. You got to admit that, Taz.
Yes, yes. Oh, wait a second. Look at the above the ring, and should have known better.
What was the purpose of that?
Manipulation,
it's fine. I'm going to interrupt you. I'm sorry. I think it's smart by MJF. It's manipulation. What do you think, Excalibur?
It's mind games, but it's also the actions of perhaps the most deeply insecure person to ever step foot inside of a wrestling ring.
Well, yes, MJF, I agree, is insecure. And he's out there.
Dr. Ken's gone.
That's
Dr. Ken.
Yeah, Dr. Ken. Yeah.
6 seasons in a movie, Jones.
A lot of doctors. But anyway, MJF, yes, insecure, out there, crazy. He went for some dangerous stuff this past Wednesday. But the thing is, super successful as this young man.
Your opening contest is set for one fall. Currently in the ring from Plainview, Long Island, New York, weighing 226 pounds, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, MJF.
Who needs psychiatric help? Who needs a therapist?
You know, MJF has been one of the foundational pieces of AEW.
Well, he's an AEW original, there's no doubt, as is his opponent tonight.
And both men have felt the highest of highs here in AEW. Both men have held the AEW World Championship, but they've also felt the lowest of lows. But tonight,
You know, it's how, Excalibur, it's how you come back from the lowest of lows. Would you agree, Taz? Everybody goes through highs and lows. Everybody has problems.
Yeah.
But it's how you come back from those that define you.
Yeah, but I think that both these men, Hangman, as we see right now, getting a massive ovation, and MJF, both have bounced back from being AEW World Champ and then losing the titles. They both have, in my opinion, anyway.
And his opponent from Aaron's Creek, Virginia, weighing 229 pounds, Hangman Adam Page.
and the source of MJF's insecurity, at least with regard to Hangman Adam Page, comes from the fact that MJF says, I did the same things that Hangman Adam Page has done. I've done vile things.
Right.
And why do you cheer, meaning the people, why do you cheer for Hangman Adam Page but boo me? And it's because Hangman Adam Page, he's sincere. He's believable. He's not a conniving manipulator like MJF.
Yeah, there's a litany of things why fans boo MJF. But we're looking at two former world champions going out of here, Excalibur.
Two former world champions, two foundational pieces of all elite wrestling, two men that represent the future of professional wrestling. Their stories have intertwined throughout the history of AEW and now coming to a head tonight here in Los Angeles.
MJF is just trying to call timeout as he's getting lit up with these forearm shivers by Hangman. There's no timeout, MJF, you know that.
No, but MJF in the ropes. Referee Bryce Remsburg, as much as I hate to say it, making the right call. Trying to pull Hangman.
That was some boot, guys.
You're talking about connecting history. You're looking at the two men who wrestled in the very first match ever in AEW, and now the very first match in our 6th Revolution.
Oh, look. As MJF pulling the referee Bryce Remsburg.
Referee never saw the eye gouge. Smart, clever stuff by MJF.
Of course, that first match, Tony, that Casino Battle Royale, the winner of that match would go on to compete to become the inaugural AEW World Champion. It was Hangman Adam Page that won that Casino Battle Royale. And he faced Chris Jericho at the very first All Out in 2019. That was not the night that Hangman was crowned AEW World Champion. He would have to wait a couple of years for that to happen, but when it did, it was cathartic. As the fans, they breathed a sigh of relief. They were happy. They exalted alongside Hangman Adam Page. The same could not be said for when MJF won his first AEW World Championship.
It's true, and as you pointed earlier, that's what drives MJF crazy, is that he can do harm, and Adam Page can do harm, and Adam Page gets love from the fans, and MJF doesn't.
And now Hangman, sleeper is locked in, but MJF.
Great counter, great counter.
Now the cover, barely a 1 count, and you know, for the amount that we're pointing out that MJF is a despicable human being, he is an incredible professional wrestler. You don't become AEW World Champion. You don't become the longest reigning AEW World Champion by accident. He has the skills to back it up, and that's the thing, Taz, that's so disappointing about MJF, is that he doesn't need to do this.
I'm not disappointed in MJF. Please, you're speaking for me, Excalibur. I get your drift, but I think he's tremendous. I really do.
Come on, Taz. He's a horrible human being.
There's a lot of us are horrible human beings. Let's be honest. A lot of people at this desk are. Come on.
Oh, you're talking about the Spanish announce desk door, right? As MJF sending Hangman into the ropes, swinging a miss by Hangman, but Hangman.
Oh, nice.
They can work on Rana, and that's it. A calamitous landing for MJF, but he was, or excuse me, for Hangman Adam Page, but he was still able to survive the pinning predicament from MJF. He's got a bead of blood.
Look at the spine right there.
Oh, man. And look, wow. Look at the high stack, too. I thought for sure that was it.
Me, too. I thought it was over quick here. And there's no way Hangman's 100% right now.
And I'm not sure if that was the blood of MJF or Hangman Adam Page that is over the right eye of Maxwell Jacob Friedman. But at this point, it is irrelevant because MJF.
Pretty disrespectful. And that's probably not a good thing to do to Hangman.
No,
I think that woke him up.
Yeah, look at the eyes of Hangman now.
Well, hopefully MJF will win a cup.
Main event character, my ass. This is my company.
MJF, who,
My company.
yeah, leading up to this match is.
Huh? What you got? Hit me with your best shot, cowboy. Hit me with your
Don't
best
tell him
shot.
that.
Oh,
The media and
I'm
Taz.
right here, you little bitch.
He's the last guy. Hangman's the last guy you want to get rolling like that. Oh, what a headbutt.
MJF just...
Is a headbutt or you just spit in his face?
I think you're right. I thought it was a headbutt. Yes, you are correct. I am not correct.
Oh, but a thumb to the eye.
I think the key to that is MJF ate all of those blows by Hangman, which I thought had him reeling, but he came right back.
Well, he's got a tough jaw. I mean, you can say what you want about MJF. He's got a tough jaw though to handle it.
Company, my company.
Kids company, my ass.
Well, he might be right. He's been from here from day one, as you said, Excalibur, and he's been on top. Let's be honest.
So is Hangman Adam Page.
Yeah.
Hit MJF with the fallaway slam. Hangman taking a moment to collect himself, maybe wipe some of that grit, some of the sweat out of his eye.
Well, to your point, it's a good moment to reset with that fallaway slam for Hangman to kind of get his act together here. And he just, we didn't see it on camera, but he kipped up, which shows your opponent, I'm ready to roll.
Hangman springing up to his feet, repeated right hands, sending MJF crashing down. And now Hangman likes this lariat off the middle rope. MJF knew it, but got cocky.
Yeah, got talked too much smack that time, did MJF, and he had his back to his opponent. And that's the wrong guy to turn your back to, and he got nailed.
We have seen what Hangman Adam Page will do in a match. We remember the Swerve Strickland cage match. We remember all of that, which was vile and violent and crazy. So don't get him going.
No, you're right. There's no argument. You don't want to get Hangman going. He can snap to a whole nother level.
He's now Hangman. He's got MJF lined up. Could be a buckshot lariat in the future, but
Yeah, smart move.
Well, I don't know. It's definitely smart by MJF to get out of harm's way from the buckshot, but I don't know if he's able to stand up for the most part when he was in the ring.
Wow. The leather on the bottom of Hangman Adam Page's boot once again connecting with the jaw of MJF.
If this thing goes to the floor, which it seems it's going to, guys, watch out here.
And we know how dangerous Hangman can be in a Texas death match, but he could be plenty dangerous in a traditional one-on-one match as the moonsault connects.
Very impressive, a guy the size of Hangman. You've seen him do that before. It's a super dangerous maneuver. It's so impressive by Hangman.
Good job getting MJF back in the ring.
Oh, boy. He wants to line up that buckshot, guys.
Yeah.
Hangman perched on the verge of the buckshot lariat. Springs it. MJF.
Smart again, MJF. Two defensive moves rolling out of the ring and then just twisting out of the way of that buckshot lariat.
As now Hangman charging.
Oh, brother.
Elevated.
Oh,
and big time water wheel drop there by MJF. He's got Hangman center of the ring. The arm is hammerlocked. Hangman in trouble. The DDT. Is this going to be it? No.
God, MJF has been so impressive in this match.
That's a load of impact on your spinal cord, your neck. That type of crunchy DDT out of a guillotine, that is rough.
I think we can safely say that MJF has really commanded this match with the most offense. No doubt.
I think you're right.
You know, we talked, Tony, about how the histories of these two men have been intertwined here in AEW since day one. We mentioned their history, their shared history with that first belt presentation of the AEW World Championship title, but also the very first Dynamite Diamond Ring match, 2019. It was won by MJF, and the man that MJF defeated was Hangman Adam Page. Their only previous singles meeting, and right now, Hangman inside cradle. MJF reverses.
Nice tilt by MJF on that small package counter. Uh-oh.
Tried the Deadeye.
The Deadeye attempted. Hangman kicking out. MJF there, short thrust kick to the jaw of Hangman. And now MJF, he was looking for a power driver, but finds a Deadeye courtesy of Hangman. 1, 2, no.
Oh, in the nick of time, he just scooted out.
Yeah, that Deadeye.
Wow, that's a hell of a move, guys.
Yeah. You can see a little perplexed, I don't want to say frustrated is Hangman, but man, that Deadeye right on top of your head just compresses your spine.
It's the fans here in Los Angeles showing respect to both athletes. And this is the thing, Tony. MJF chooses to ignore seemingly moments like this when he is being respected by the fans.
Exactly. Thought he's in his own head.
As Hangman sent to the outside, MJF was waiting.
MJF has had Hangman scouted the bulk of this match, except for that part.
Yeah, the heat seeker blocked by Hangman.
Buckshot
was not.
Cover him!
Cover's made. 2.
Oh, God, I saw that a mile away.
Well, it was smart, match sense, ring presence of MJF to know where he was, even though he got his clock cleaned to get that 3 count to stop with the foot.
Longest reigning former AEW World Champion, MJF.
406 days.
Longer than any single reign in AEW history. And it's moves like that, it's ring awareness like that. To borrow a phrase, you have to give the devil his due.
Absolutely. Good call on that. Now we're going to see. Seems like Hangman's getting frustrated here. And maybe that's not a good sign.
MJF for that salt to the earth. A Fujiwara armbar,
Yeah,
but
not much going on here, not much behind it. Hangman's just looking at him.
Yeah, that buckshot knocked a lot out of him.
and remember him, Hangman's won championships with that buckshot. Now just a short arm lariat, and the Cowboy rears back and now heads to the outside.
Like the 3rd or 4th time he's tried this.
Well, he hit one, as we know, with a buckshot. If he hits this buckshot, it's over. There's no way Max is going to kick out
Yeah, Tez
or put his foot on the rope or anything.
talked about the chin of MJF.
Oh, again.
Smart, man. I'm sorry.
You're
Like it or
right.
not, it's smart.
He is shrewd as they come.
You got to know when to fold them, right? And that's exactly what happened. And Max knows he's not physically able to counter that buckshot. He just dumps himself out the ring. It's smart.
Creates distance, gives himself, MJF, time to breathe, time to recover.
And it also pisses off Hangman.
That's the other point. Frustrates Hangman Adam Page. Potentially Hangman putting himself in a position to make an unforced error. As charging in, and there it is. Put the commentator's curse on Hangman Adam Page.
Yeah, that's what happened, man. You're right. That was a lot of impact, but Hangman able to still control MJF's body. You can see he's shaking out that left arm. You get a lot of tingles when something like that happens. Numbness throughout that whole shoulder and forearm.
And Hangman, he is an orthodox striker. He does execute that buckshot with the right arm, but that left arm. Oh, wait a second now, MJF.
Nice counter to the soundbar.
MJF, the salt of the earth, center of the ring. Hangman, you can see, trying to get his hip underneath him, trying to avoid being flattened out by MJF, Taz.
Stay on that wrist, Max. Don't move to the hand. There's more pressure on the elbow and the deltoid.
Hangman was determined to hit the buckshot again, and I really think that's worked against him.
Yeah, I think you're right. A little bit kind of hell-bent on the buckshot. And Max has, like I said, like it or not, he has had Hangman scouted well throughout this match.
I hate to say, but MJF has wrestled a tremendous match here.
And now brought back towards center. The crossface is cinched in.
It's a tough hold to get out of.
As Hangman up to his knees, that alleviates some, but not all of the pressure, but allows him crucially to make this crawl, this desperate crawl to the bottom rope.
Not only the head, but that arm, as you can see, is tucked between the knees of MJF that he worked on.
Once that bottom rope does Hangman, he wants to get.
Yeah, but MJF using it to vault, bring the action back to the center of the ring.
A modified version of a Jujikatami while a man is belly down, and you scissor up that arm.
And vertical arm breaker.
Yeah.
As Hangman, can he weather this storm?
Max could take that instep and push the right arm, the armpit up of Hangman. That would get a tap out, but it's easier said when you're sitting at a desk here, not in the ring.
And I like how MJF, he's trying to manipulate that hand of Hangman Adam Page to force the arm to turn counterclockwise, Taz.
You're right, it's exactly what he's doing. Complete joint manipulation of the elbow, the wrist, and the shoulder, the deltoid.
But Hangman,
grab that wrist now.
Within fingertips of getting to the bottom rope, but MJF collects both arms of Hangman.
Now he just needs to roll. He's right, Taz, you would think, right?
Yeah,
I know easier said than done.
It is. Again, we saw MJF do it earlier. We just saw Hangman do it again. Smart, as they would say in amateur wrestling, mat sense, right? That's knowing where you are on a mat or in a ring or what have you, and that's what we just witnessed Hangman do.
And Taz, Hangman Adam Page, crucially a little taller than MJF, able to use his length to get that leg on the bottom rope to force the break.
But as we can see, guys, Hangman's arm is in bad shape. I mean, you can see the issues he's having with that arm.
And that really neutralizes a lot of the offense from Hangman Adam Page, not just the buckshot lariat, but also the deadeye. You need that arm to control your opponent when they're inverted on your back.
Absolutely, it's vital.
And now more trouble for Hangman, because you know what MJF's going to go right. What's he doing?
Taking that headset off Tony Schiavone, and now
your hero's a zero. He's a nobody, and you all know it. You all know it. I'm the fucking man around here.
Of course, we can't condone the language of MJF, nor the message, but he has a chance to prove it at least here.
Obviously, you know, when guys are in the middle of a match, their adrenaline is flying higher than you can imagine. Oh boy, Hangman maybe thinking.
Yeah, but his test couldn't control MJF with that left arm.
Correct. MJF coming at Hangman quick. Just ate an elbow.
Now Hangman was on the corner of the barricades, and the moonsault. Oh my God! Using MJF's momentum to pick him up, and MJF kicks the legs, and now a running
That had to break his neck.
Oh yeah, it's over. Just get him in the ring, Max, and the match is over.
No, I mean, the ring may be irrelevant, Taz.
Yeah, exactly. I'm just saying, as far as getting victory, I mean, that was insane.
Doc Sampson is right there. He needs to really think about this. He's talking to our referee. Here it is again, Taz.
Yeah, well, it was a great counter, like this or not. I don't think I've ever seen a pile driver done like that on a chair on the outside.
And
I don't remember that happening.
Chairs like that, they typically collapse under the weight of both men, and that
didn't.
didn't, and that is probably even worse for Hangman.
It's like hitting straight steel and concrete.
And Max has rolled.
Wants to count out victory.
Yeah, he sure does. That's what he's calling for, and the count starts from Bryce Remsburg.
Of course, our ringside physician, Dr. Michael Sampson, is checking on Hangman as Bryce Remsburg makes the count. Is a 10 count.
It was a horrible scene, guys. And we've seen a lot of horrible things.
Yeah, I do not think that Hangman's going to answer this 10 count here, guys. I don't. I think this match is going to go to a victory via count out to MJF.
Well,
the count is up to 6 now from the referee.
Doc may have to make a call here.
Well, Remsburg, the referee, is not stopping his count. He's coming up to 8.
8.
My God, he's moving. Can you believe this?
He's got a second to get his ass in the ring.
9, and Hangman beats the count.
Look at his shoulder from hitting those steel steps. But it's more than that, is his neck Excalibur.
But that's where it all started to go downhill for Hangman Adam Page, and MJF is tears in his eyes.
Is he crying? Shows how bad he wants to win the match. I mean, that is odd that someone would cry.
I think he thought he had the victory in hand.
And not me! Why you and not me? What's so special about you?
Well, he's not an ass, for one thing.
About you? Why not me? Why not me?
This is the insecurity, Tony. This is the insecurity on display for the world to see.
Jealousy also, insecurity, jealousy, all those things. Max got to get control of himself here. He's losing his control.
Going for the heat seeker here, Excalibur.
The damage already done to Hangman's neck. Wait a second, Hangman.
Look at this. My God, with the money back.
How he had the power to do that.
Do it.
Dead eye center of the ring. And Hangman still clutching his neck. He's got the arms of MJF double. Oh my God!
Right on his face.
The Angel's wings delivered. Message delivered to MJF.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Max has got to be done. I looked off the monitor. His face hit that canvas face first, man.
God.
MJF, that assault on Christopher Daniels coming back to him in spades.
Great call, Excalibur. That was a definite message.
I don't even think he needs to go for the buckshot.
He's going to go for it. Like I said, he's determined here.
He is. He's got a crazy look in his eyes, did Hangman.
As MJF dazed, looking up.
No way that Max, that MJF knows where the hell he even is right now.
And you can see on spaghetti legs is MJF as Hangman.
It up here.
Shot! Lariat!
There is your winner, Hangman Adam Page.
Tremendous opening match, guys. You got to admit that. Good God.
Absolutely, both men. I mean, a lot of emotion in this battle. Both these guys are not going to feel right tomorrow morning with their bodies. I promise you that. They beat the living hell out of each other.
But a victory here tonight for Adam Page over MJF. 2 men.
I just want to say something, though, Excalibur, and you and Tony can attest this because you were here from the very beginning in AEW. I came in a little bit after, not much after, but it's so awesome in my view here. Two guys that were in the beginning of AEW when it first started, just kicked off this huge pay-per-view in a massive market like Los Angeles, in a massive building, and they kicked each other's ass, and it was amazing.
Taz, that was the direction I was headed.
Yeah.
2 foundational pieces of AEW since day one. 2 men that represent not just the future of this company, but the future of the sport of professional wrestling.
Well said, well said.
You know what? I never thought I would say this, but I'm going to say it. A lot of respect for MJF.
Absolutely. I mean, this I thought was the end.
Yeah, me too.
This pile driver was very innovative. I think it was a desperation deal by MJF. But watch this, if we could see.
It was a dead-eye first.
Angels wins, I think, is going to be next. Watch the face if we can get a shot of MJF here. Look at that.
Oh, my God. Are you kidding me? That didn't break his neck.
I mean, that's the Angel's wings when it's delivered with anger, when it's delivered with aggression, Taz. And that's because of the disrespect MJF showed to a man that was a mentor for Hangman Adam Page in Christopher Daniels.
What a physical battle. Great job by both men.
What an opening match. What an opening match.
And MJF learning you reap what you sow.